Good morning. I'd like to thank the Schoolbox team for the opportunity to present today. My name's Alyshia Hansen. I'm from the Shepherd Centre, and we are not a school. We have no classrooms, no exams, so no rubrics, no CIS, no excitement about sports fixtures. Sorry, James. We don't have sports fields, we don't have teams. And this is not one of our students.
I like the Shepherd Centre because we do lots of playing and we do experiments and we do the pop-up pirate and we do other things, which is very, very fun.
So our main service, as I was saying, is for parents of children who are deaf or have a hearing loss. And most of the children that are coming to our centre, they're anywhere from about 1 month old up to about 5 years, and that's the majority. When we were founded back in 1970 by Dr. Bruce Shepherd and his wife Annette, it was very feasible for a parent to come into our centre every 1 or 2 weeks during typical business hours. But times have really changed and more parents are returning to work sooner, and our traditional service model really isn't going to work for them. So we've had to take some of our programs online. So parents start our service with children as young as just a few weeks old, and many families are still in shock from hearing the news that their child has a hearing loss. So we needed a system that had a family-friendly look and feel. So a corporate or a university LMS just really didn't seem suitable for us. And while we do teach parents, it's still all about their children. So we chose Schoolbox so we could have a look and feel that was consistent with the early childhood space. All parents come into our service, they start with a Talk Together program, which we've been running as a face-to-face group for the last few years. We are now piloting Talk Together on Connect, which is the name we use for Schoolbox. The online version goes for 18 weeks and it gives families the groundwork for teaching their children to listen and speak. This is a screenshot from Module 1. It has the 3 key learning objectives of the module and has a poll to ask parents how they're feeling about starting the program. So we teach adults instead of children. That's not really that different, is it? Well, we have a few more differences. So every family are their own class, and we call them family pages. There are actually 3 teachers per class, an audiologist, a child and family counsellor, and a listening and spoken language specialist. And each family starts and finishes at a different date to every other family. And as at this week, even within the one family, they're starting at different dates as well. So mum's at week 15 and dad's at week 5. And it's up to the family really to choose who's in their class. So basically, if they want grandma in the class, we put grandma in. It's their choice. So we have family pages in lieu of class pages, and this is an example of one. We use the social stream component to talk with parents and the course outline component to link the Talk Together program I mentioned. We also use a files component so we can further individualise by adding documents relevant for just one family. So guiding and coaching parents brings different challenges to teaching at a school. So our program is voluntary and school is generally not. So if your student is looking bored or confused, you've got that face-to-face time and you may be able to see that happening. And we can't see if a family's not understanding what they're getting. So what we've done is use a lot of polls, quizzes, and try to encourage conversation on a family page so we can get feedback. We also have families who come in once a month, either do that or in a video conference, so they can do it at a location that suits them, and we ask them how they're finding the course. We've created a forum called Your Community where parents can talk to each other. And we've also tried to incorporate some experiential learning with videos such as this one. And that kind of signal to noise ratio is actually what happens in many classrooms. So we decided to do that so we could not just tell parents it's hard to hear when there's lots of talking going on, but actually get them to experience what it's like to try and understand what that speaker was saying. We also built a song library, and the song library contains the lyrics, a video of the tune, and some tips and advice. Now, Anna did warn me. She said creating 1 page per song was going to be a lot of work, and she was really right. It's 101 pages, 4 components per page, 14 category pages, and about 300 hyperlinks. So I think I've had enough of songs for a while. But while I was doing that, I actually fell in love with tiles, as I'm sure many schools have, because they can bring a page to life with such colour. But one of the considerations with not just tiles but other images is what about copyright and how do we get around that? So here's some of the things we've done. So for tiles, we use the Assembly app by Pixite. For images, I've used Pixabay and added text over the top from Typorama. Another one that we've used is Wordle.net, where you can create word clouds that can be quite fun. We've done a lot of our own photographs, and sometimes we found we just ask permission. And often, wherever we're sourcing it from, they say, yep, we'd be very happy for you to have that. We're also using Schoolbox for our staff, and so at the moment we've made the staff version of the Talk Together program, and we're using it to train staff, basically. But staff applications are really side benefits for us. Our main objective for Schoolbox remains to support parents in teaching their children to listen and speak so that they can go to mainstream schools with language equivalent or sometimes even better than their typical hearing peers. This can be achieved for children with all levels of hearing loss. So I'm about to show you Jonah, who is profoundly deaf, and I'll let him speak for what effect the Shepherd Centre has had on his life.
Today I could not imagine a world without sound. I've experienced so much, from the rushing of a roller coaster to the soft purring of a kitten. My life has been changed forever.
Thank you.